What's up, everyone? Today we're diving into social media security, a topic that matters to everyone living online. With every post and connection, we open ourselves up to new risks. Attackers are getting smarter, so the real question is, are your accounts ready for the threats of 2025? Social media accounts are prime targets for data theft, misinformation, and identity fraud. We're here to empower you with knowledge, showing you how attackers think, so you can build stronger defenses. Let's break down the 8 essential social media security testing methods you need to know for 2025. First up, let's talk about the human element, social engineering. While most people imagine hackers as technical wizards breaking through firewalls, the reality is often much simpler. Social engineering is all about manipulating people, not machines. It's the art of hacking trust, and it's one of the most effective ways attackers gain access to sensitive information. Attackers manipulate trust, using charm, authority, or a sense of urgency to trick people into revealing confidential details or clicking on malicious links. Sometimes it's as simple as a convincing phone call or a well-crafted email that looks like it's from your boss. Other times it's a message that plays on your fears, like a warning that your account will be locked unless you act fast. Social engineers might impersonate colleagues, IT support, or even trusted vendors, weaving believable stories to get what they want. They're skilled at reading people, picking up on cues, and adapting their approach in real time. Their goal? To make you feel comfortable enough to let your guard down, or pressured enough to act without thinking. Security testing simulates these tactics to see how people respond and where training is needed. By mimicking real-world attacks, organizations can identify weak points in their defenses, not just in their technology, but in their people. These exercises reveal how employees react under pressure and highlight areas where additional awareness is needed. Tools like the Social Engineer Toolkit, or SET, help security teams create realistic phishing emails, fake login pages, and other scenarios for controlled tests. These tools are designed to mimic the tactics used by real attackers, giving organizations a safe way to test their defenses and train their staff. The goal isn't to embarrass anyone or catch people making mistakes. Instead, it's about education, helping everyone understand how these attacks work and how to spot them. By learning from these simulations, employees become more confident and better prepared to defend against real threats, turning the human element from a weakness into a strength. The results from these tests show which teams or departments need more training and help refine incident response plans. Over time, organizations can track improvements, measure progress, and build a culture of security awareness that extends beyond just following rules. It's crucial to remember, these tests must always be ethical and fully authorized. Security teams should communicate clearly with leadership and ensure that everyone understands the purpose and boundaries of the exercise. Respect for privacy and transparency are key. Social engineering proves that even the best technology can be bypassed if someone hands over the keys, literally or figuratively. A single moment of misplaced trust can open the door to a major breach, no matter how strong your technical defenses are. That's why security is as much about psychology as it is about technology. Understanding how people think, what motivates them, and how they respond to pressure is just as important as having the latest software or hardware protections. So, stay skeptical. Always verify unexpected requests, especially those that ask for sensitive information or urge you to act quickly. Trust your instincts. If something feels off, it probably is. Take a moment to double-check before you click or respond. Remember, your awareness is your first line of defense. By staying alert and informed, you help protect not just yourself but your entire organization. Let's move on. Next up, let's dive into password cracking, a classic cyber attack technique that remains one of the most persistent and dangerous threats in the digital world. Despite advances in security, attackers are constantly refining their methods, making password cracking a moving target for defenders. Attackers typically rely on brute force attacks, where they systematically try every possible combination of characters, or on dictionary attacks, which use lists of common words, phrases, and previously leaked passwords to guess your credentials. These methods can be surprisingly effective, especially against weak or reused passwords. Tools like Hydra and John the Ripper automate these attacks, allowing hackers to test thousands, even millions of username and password combinations in a matter of minutes. These tools are widely available and easy to use, making them a favorite among both amateur and professional attackers. But it's not just criminals who use these tools. Security professionals and ethical hackers also rely on them to identify weak passwords within organizations, and to test whether account lockout mechanisms and other defenses are working as intended. Many modern platforms now include features like rate limiting, which slows down repeated login attempts, and account lockouts, which temporarily disable accounts after too many failed logins. However, these defenses need to be regularly tested and updated to stay ahead of evolving attack techniques. The best defense against password cracking is a layered approach. Use long, unique passwords for every account, enable two-factor authentication whenever possible, and ensure that server-side protections are robust and up-to-date. Regular security audits are essential. They help organizations verify that users are following good password hygiene, and that technical defenses are actually working as expected. Remember, password security isn't a one-time fix. It's an ongoing process that requires vigilance and adaptation as threats evolve. Complacency can quickly lead to vulnerabilities. If you're not actively testing your defenses, you're simply guessing and hoping for the best. A risky strategy in today's threat landscape. Now let's explore how phishing attacks fit into the broader picture of password security and what you can do to defend against them. Phishing is everywhere. Emails, DMs, even texts. No matter where you look online, there's a chance you'll encounter a scam trying to trick you. These attacks are getting more sophisticated every day, making it harder to tell what's real and what's fake. Phishing messages are designed to steal your info by pretending to be someone you trust, like your bank, a coworker, or even a friend. They often use urgent language or fake warnings to get you to act fast, hoping you'll click before you think. That's why security teams run phishing simulations. These ethical tests help measure how well people can spot scams and give organizations a chance to improve training. The goal isn't to shame anyone, but to help everyone get better at recognizing threats. Modern tools make it easy to run these simulations. They provide realistic templates and detailed reporting so teams can see who clicked, who entered information, and who reported the phish. This data helps tailor future training to address real weaknesses. The ultimate goal is to educate users, reinforce good habits, and build a culture of healthy skepticism. When people know what to look for, they're less likely to fall for scams. On social media, phishing can come from fake support accounts or DMs with malicious links. Attackers might pretend to be customer service or send messages that look urgent or helpful, but are actually traps. Simulating these attacks in a safe environment helps users learn to spot real threats before they cause harm. It's like a fire drill for your digital life. Regular phishing tests turn curiosity into caution, training people to pause and think before clicking. Over time, this builds confidence and sharpens instincts. The more you practice, the better you get at spotting the fakes. With each simulation, you become more skilled at protecting yourself and your organization. Stay alert. Phishing is always evolving, with new tricks and tactics appearing all the time. Being prepared is your best defense. Next, let's talk about two-factor authentication, another powerful tool to keep your account safe even if you do slip up. Two-factor authentication, 2FA, adds a layer of security, but it's not bulletproof. Attackers use phishing to steal both passwords and 2FA codes, often with fake login pages or reverse proxy tools like Evil Jinx 2. Session cookie theft is another risk. If attackers grab your session token, they can bypass 2FA entirely. Weak recovery processes can also be exploited through social engineering. Testing 2FA means simulating these attacks, reviewing session management, and probing recovery flows for flaws. The goal: make 2FA as strong as possible and educate users about advanced phishing. 2FA raises the bar, but knowing its limits is key. Layer your defenses and stay vigilant. Let's dig deeper into session hijacking. Session hijacking targets the access pass your browser gets after login. Attackers steal session tokens via XSS, sniffing unencrypted traffic or session fixation tricks. If they get your token, they can impersonate you, no password needed. Security testing checks for XSS ensures cookies are marked HTTP only and secure, and verifies session tokens are random and expire properly. Testers also look for session timeouts and proper logout handling. A successful hijack gives attackers full control, posting, messaging, even locking you out. Defending against this means using HTTPS, strong cookie settings, and regular session audits. Session security is as important as password security. Let's see how attackers gather info before they strike. Open source intelligence, OSINT, is about gathering info from public sources, social media company sites, forums, and more. Attackers use OSINT to build profiles, guess passwords, and craft convincing phishing attacks. Details like job titles, connections, and even pet names can be weaponized. Security pros use tools like Maltego and the Harvester to see what's exposed and how it could be used. Regular OSINT assessments help organizations spot leaks and manage their digital footprint. The best defense: be mindful of what you share and review privacy settings often. Awareness is your shield. Now let's look at the backend, APIs. APIs power social media platforms, but if they're insecure, they're a goldmine for attackers. Common flaws include broken authentication, excessive data exposure, and weak rate limiting. Attackers look for endpoints that let them access or change data they shouldn't. Tools like Postman and Burp Suite help testers probe APIs, manipulate requests, and find leaks. Insecure direct object references, IDR, are a big risk. Changing an ID in a request could expose someone else's data. Securing APIs means strong authentication, input validation, error handling, and regular testing. As platforms rely more on APIs, their security is critical. Now let's see how all these tactics combine in a real-world attack. Account takeover, ATO, is the endgame, gaining full control of someone's account. Simulating ATO combines OSINT, phishing, password cracking, session hijacking, and API attacks to find weak spots. Testers document every step, showing exactly how an account could be compromised. The goal: identify gaps, test detection and response, and strengthen defenses. ATO can lead to stolen data, scams, and reputational damage, especially for brands. Regular ATO simulations give a real-world view of your security posture. It's about stress testing the whole system, not just one part. The insights drive real improvements. Let's wrap up with some final advice. We've covered the 8 key areas for social media security testing in 2025. From social engineering to API flaws, staying secure means constant learning and adapting. Use these techniques ethically to find and fix weaknesses, not exploit them. Security is ongoing. Keep testing, keep improving. Whether you're protecting yourself or your brand, regular reviews are essential. Stay curious, stay skeptical, and stay secure. DM adamcybersecurities@gmail.com for social media safety tips. Peace.